Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'm going to describe 7 reasons why I think general aviation businesses fail to grow and prosper, or just come to a full stop landing and close their hangar doors. I obtained a private pilot's license in 1991 and I now make marketing videos for aviation businesses. I'm keen to see general aviation take advantage of the existing and growing demand for pilots in the years ahead, as well as see GA continue to provide a source of recreation and pleasure for many aviators of all ages and abilities. Many of today's captains and first officers first learned to fly at a local flying school. These schools are the nursery slopes that nurture tomorrow's commercial aircrews. Boeing have predicted that there will be a need for 617,000 new commercial airline pilots over the next 20 years. So if you're in the business of flight training, then this provides you with a great opportunity. But are you ready for it? Over the past 6 months, I've contacted hundreds of flying schools, clubs, and commercial flight training companies in the UK, Europe, and North America. I've visited their websites, given them a call, and sent follow-up emails. I'm left with the impression that many of those that remain hang by a thread. They operate on narrow margins at the mercy of the weather and the economic climate. As well as the variables that affect many other types of business, they also have to contend with threats of airfield closures. The insatiable demand for housing and the fact that airfields have been wrongly categorised as brownfield sites in the UK means that the airfields themselves are under threat. However, in far too many cases there is evidence that flying schools undermine themselves by neglecting areas over which they have complete control. In the following 7 sections I make no apologies for stating the obvious. If you think none of these apply, then congratulations. Your establishment is probably a well-known name in aviation with a first-class reputation. Others, on the other hand, seem to be winging it, if you'll excuse the pun. So I present these points in the form of constructive criticism, and hope that they will inspire change, development, and progress. So stick with me while I briefly describe each of the 7 points. Number 1. Bad, broken and boring websites. Some aviation businesses have modern, responsive websites that look appealing and informative on mobile, tablet and desktop. They draw the visitor in with imaginative use of images, slideshows and video. The information about flying lessons and gift vouchers is easily found and the contact details are within easy reach. They are optimized for search engines and they generate organic traffic as a result. Others, on the other hand, have no website at all, or a single page, or something that was thrown online in a hurry. Even if there is a complete website, it is often outdated, and sometimes showing code errors, or worse, evidence of malware. There's really no excuse for this. It's so easy to put up a professional-looking website now. I can only guess that it's down to time, or just not knowing who to ask to get under the bonnet and to fix the site's errors. Suggestion: set aside time and resources to review and update your site. It's your online brochure. It's a source of information for potential customers. It's a showcase for satisfied clients and their testimonials. Audit the website for data integrity, accuracy, and search engine optimization. Number 2. Dormant and wasted social media accounts. Some aviation companies make good use of social media. They've learnt to use this tool to great effect. But sadly, these are the minority. There are companies with good websites who don't use social media well and vice versa. A good website is promising, but sometimes the social media links lead to dormant accounts. One I visited was still linking to the website creator's social media accounts. Most social media is free, but you do have to put the effort in to use it well. If you're not prepared to put in the effort, then don't open the accounts. Close those you're not using and remove the links. On the other hand, use social media consistently and build relationships. Eventually your efforts will be rewarded. Suggestion: choose 1 or 2 social media types and get busy becoming an expert in that method. Think about your target market when deciding what types to use. Delegate this task to someone in your team who will become your nominated social media specialist, posting and responding quickly and at optimal times. Number 3. Thank you for calling. Your call is important to us, but there's no one here to answer it. Someone has picked up the phone to inquire about flight training or gift vouchers. What impression will your staff or answering service provide? Some businesses I've called have a professional telephone manner. The immediate impression is that you're talking to someone who is alert, keen, and ready to help. Others sound as if they've been interrupted while doing something more interesting than answering calls. Of course, there will be busy times when flying and operational activity take up all available hands, in which case there should be some sort of answering machine. I've called some during business hours only to hear a crackling answer machine with a barely audible message. Suggestion: remind everyone answering the phones of the importance of first impressions. Invest in a new answering machine with a pleasant recorded greeting that mentions opening hours and alternative methods of contact. If you don't want to do this yourself, you can hire someone on Fiverr.com to record a pleasant and clear message for callers. Number 4. Your staff don't know how to sell. Someone calls to inquire about trial flights. Are you confident the person answering the phone stands a good chance of closing a sale? Someone books the flight and all goes well. Are you confident the instructor has the skills to convince the trainee to sign up for a PPL course? Your student completes the PPL syllabus. Regardless of the FI and CFI's flying skills, how good are they at selling additional ratings, self-fly hire, aircraft sales, maintenance and storage? Customers are the lifeblood of any business. New customers and the retention of existing customers are essential. Unfortunately, sales and selling still seem to be a bit of a tacky subject to some. It's as if they can't shake off the impression that being a salesman or woman is a bit unethical. Well, you're not running a corner shop or a supermarket. Your staff are not there to sit at the checkout waiting for people to decide on what they want to buy. You're all going to have to develop your powers of persuasion and learn to sell ethically, but to sell nonetheless. Suggestion: put some time aside for team meetings and basic training in sales. All members of staff can participate in this exercise. Presumably you love flying, so you're already halfway there. All you have to do is to learn how to convey that enthusiasm to your prospective clients and convince them that now is the time for that next lesson. Number 5. You don't diversify, so there are unexploited assets in your business. We all know what a detrimental effect the weather can have on takings. But if the aircraft are stuck on the ground, is there some other way to generate income? If it's not something you can charge for, could it generate leads that later turn into sales? An untidy and an unkempt premises not only makes a poor impression on your visitors, but it becomes a depressing place to work. You don't have to call in the feng shui expert or an interior designer, although both can help if you can afford them, but you can tidy up and give the place a lick of paint once in a while. Suggestions: upgrade the snack bar or cafe and draw in passing trade. Everyone has to eat and drink. Put on talks, film or quiz nights open to all and advertise locally. Turn spare space into a flight sim area. Clear the clutter and free up storage space to create new work areas. Sublet unused space to local small businesses. Number 6. You have no long-term plan for growth. Are you so busy with the day-to-day tasks that it's been months since you gave any thought to medium and long-term planning? Where do you want your business to be in 1, 3 or 5 years' time? If you're run ragged doing everything yourself, isn't it time you plan for some advertising for new staff, interviewing, recruitment and training? Have you updated your business plan to account for rising prices, interest rates and sales figures over the coming 12 to 24 months? Suggestions: set aside time to collate the information and to work on your plan. There are plenty of free resources online, so just Google for them. Set your goals and remind your staff about them repeatedly. Start thinking and acting like a bigger organization and you'll grow into the vision. Number 7. You have no marketing strategy. There are several reasons why people don't think about their marketing strategy. They don't need to. Congratulations, you've got a full order book, but have you got a backup plan if your steady stream of customers dries up? They do what they've always done out of habit. Those adverts seem to bring in enough for now, but do they really work? Could you use more business? They don't know what's available. Google AdWords, Facebook ads, YouTube, etc. Not much good if you don't know how to use them. They don't like taking risks with new methods. They have tried and failed or heard others who have been burned with new techniques. Suggestions. Your business should have a marketing strategy that takes account of the variations of light and season throughout the year. You should plan well ahead to take advantages of seasonal holidays. Finally, a word about YouTube video marketing. Over the past few months, I've been helping aviation businesses harness the potential of YouTube video marketing. If you spend a few £100s on print advertising, the advert lasts for one issue even if it does generate new leads and a few sales. But for the price of one print advert, I can make you a YouTube video that remains online, on your website, and on your Facebook page indefinitely. I'll optimize it for searches and broadcast the link repeatedly in my social media accounts. For a single payment, starting at just £199, you'll receive an infomercial that can be used repeatedly in several ways. If you don't like the sound of my voice, I can arrange for male or female narration with most English-speaking accents. Contact me now on ben@redspan.com or call me on 01329 286 169, and let's talk about how we can generate new leads and sales using YouTube.